How the heck are you guys? I am Fastidious, and tomorrow, or maybe today when you're watching this, the Divine Nascent Summoning is coming to Watcher of Realms. There's a lot to talk about with this banner. I think it's one of the best banners in Watcher of Realms. Also, in my opinion, the Divine Nascent banner is superior to the normal rare Diamonds Nascent banner, and I'm going to explain why in this video. But I also want to tell you there's an update to the website where we previously had a Nascent banner tool. We now have revised that and directly integrated it into the My Heroes page. So you can see that above me here. I'll break all that down. Some phenomenal work by our developer, Archer. And yeah, lots of fun stuff to talk about here. So let's hop right in. If we go to the calendar, you will see when I'm filming this, it is July 25th, Friday evening, Saturday at reset. So when I'm filming this, actually like 3 hours from now when this video comes out, we will have the Divine Nascent Summoning, and it is a spicy one. What is a Nascent Summon in Watcher of Realms? This is a banner where you are guaranteed from the pool of heroes stipulated, which I will discuss with you in a second, you are guaranteed to pull a legendary hero on the first legendary hero that you hit, which is one you've never before pulled. They say unowned, but it's actually one you've never pulled from the normal pullable group that the Nascent is drawing from. So why do I make that distinction? Let's say you pulled Azor and sold him. He is not in your Nascent pool. Basically, it's anyone that is from that specific pool of summons who, when you look in your gallery, is not lit up. Oh my God, the pop-ups. If we go to the gallery, so for me, like Araka is not lit up. She is in that pool, and she has never been owned by me. I've never owned her. I've never pulled her, nothing. If I had pulled and got Magmus and then sold him, he still stays lit up. So he is not in my pool. So that's a good example there. Let's talk about what that pool actually is. It's simpler than you may think. If you go to your Divine Summons or your Surprise Invocation, any normal banner, it's that group. So it's non-ancients, non-fusion limited, arena limited like Lady Alex, nothing like that. Nothing that's an exclusive banner like a Kagiri or a Diao Chan or a Dahlia, a Nora, none of those units. It's the normal units that are normally available from your rare summons or your divine summons. To see that pool, you can go to the divine banner, for example, click on details, and it will be these 7 lords plus Iax, and then I believe now it's 72 normal legendary units. Is that right, actually? I think it's 72 if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's 70. Actually, I think it's 70. I think this is 68. So yeah, 70. I think this is 17 rows and then 2 more. An important thing, they've added a couple new units that previously were limited. So Callista was the Frostfall limited. We had Selene, who was a fusion. We had Ma, who was a fusion. Micah was a fusion. All those are now in the pool, as you can see here. So all those are nascent possibilities. So to show you a little behind the scenes, I have gone into the back end, the content management system of my website, and changed the typing on all these units. So previously, a unit like Selene would have been listed as limited. Now she is listed as regular, so she is now in that nascent pool. Anyone we give the regular designation to by the rules stipulated by Moonton that I just walked you through. So what is the new feature on the website that is oh so spicy? Thank you so much for asking. It is going to be the My Heroes page, which we've had for a while, but intuitively, the site will know any unowned, grayed out units here that are normal will get put into the new nascent calculator on the bottom. The actual odds of this have changed, but before we talk about that, I want to talk about one other thing. We are doing a pretty fun, spicy Divine Nascent Pulls Party tomorrow. It will come about 12 hours after this video goes live. If you ever want to know when these Pulls Parties happen, you can always join my Discord, the Fast and the Fastidious, and I always share it as well as make an announcement in my general announcement tab. You can see that there, but we have a whole channel just for Pulls Parties. It's a very simple sign up. And if you have never signed up for a Pulls Party before, this could be a pretty fun one for you because this is kind of like a baby Pulls Party. We literally won't do more than 20 legendaries on any single account because 20 divine summons, because that is the hard pity. That's when you're guaranteed a new legendary. That's when the divine nascent will be fulfilled. So it's going to be pretty short. We won't spend more than 4 or 5 minutes on each account. I think we've got like 5 accounts signed up so far, so it should be pretty fun. If you want to sign up, the link is right there. I'll put it in the description and the top pinned comment as well. So what has changed with the math and with the rates? So they have flattened the odds. So if we go over here with the normal rates, 0.04% is your standard rate for the Legendary Lord rarity group. All of them and Ajax, there are 8 of them, and it's flattened. You can see previously this was not the case. Actually, Morgan and Leia were coded to be slightly rarer than the other ones. They were 2/3 the chance of the other ones, and the distribution was not even. It is even now. So 1 over n times the total rate, which is 0.04%. So it's 1 over 8. This comes out to 0.005%. It's going to be one of those in general. And then when you hit legendary, it adjusts in accordance. Similarly, you can see with the normal legendary group, there are 70. The total rate is 0.46%. So the general base chance, including all the units, not just legendaries, is going to be 1 over 70 times 0.46%. The math doesn't matter. It's just to say it's more likely to get a non-lord, so the lords have their rate suppressed, and it is going to be perfectly even. So previously, it was a lot harder to get a Hotsit than it was to get a Cratch. Now you have the same chance to get Aurum, or Pharisee, or Seraphina, or Zealatu, or Hotsit, or Breas, or Magda, so on and so on. So we had to update the math in the Nascent calculator. Like I said, the Nascent banner possibilities will be filled out for you when you do your My Heroes page. Just log in and make a My Heroes page. It's really easy. And you can see it's all perfectly even among a group. So I'm only missing, in my example, on my account, 5 legendary heroes from this normal pool. 4 of them are non-lords: Fenris, Lynx, Malric, and Narissa. They're all basically a 1/4 chance. It's shared perfectly evenly, so they're all at 24.47%. And then you can see Araka, I'm missing her, but she does have a much lower rate. It's like 1/11th of their rate is how the math comes out. It's actually 1/11th and a half of their rate is how you can think about it. You can think of it as a 2/23 chance compared to the other ones, whatever. She's rare, she's a lord, so she's coming in at just a 2.13% chance. So there's certainly a chance I get her, but more than likely I've got a 1 in 4 chance to get Fenris, Lynx, Malric, or Narissa. So when you decide if you want to go for this Nascent banner, use your My Heroes page, go to your possible Nascent banner units, and then make your calculus. Do that internal weighing of pros and cons. For me, I don't want these 3 at all, though Malric is getting a slight buff. I'm not particularly interested. I wouldn't be so distraught to get them, but I don't really want them. And I also don't really care about pulling Araka, but I desperately want Narissa. And the idea that basically I have a 1 in 4 chance to get her, to me, this is a can't miss. So I'm absolutely going to be seeking her out here. If you guys very likely have a lot less legendary units owned than I do, this is going to be a much longer list. What I would say is, if at least 1/4 of the units are exceedingly desirable to you, I think that makes sense for most players. I don't think there's such a better use of divines in the game right now. If this was rare summons and diamonds, I'd say maybe you want it, you'd be happy with at least 33% or 40% or 50%, something like that. But with divines, they were still kind of all holding out, I feel like, for a new 2x by 20x. They haven't done the double rate up in a while. So I think a lot of us have been stockpiling. Maybe you have more than me, maybe you have less, but you're guaranteed within 20 to hit a legendary. So I just think it makes a lot of sense. Now, the reason I think the Divine Nascent Summoning Banner is superior to the normal one, the one where you use rares and diamonds, is frankly, like I'm saying, we have less good uses for our Divine Summons, good, reliable, guaranteed kind of things, whereas consistently you can get amazing units like Morden, other exclusives, other occasionally spicy things with your rares, with your divines. Those currencies are also the ones you're just going to have a lot more of, and you can really go in and go heavy. So to me, I think this is as good a use as you could have for the divines. I think this is the best kind of Nascent banner. So worst case for me, I'll take this down to 28 tomorrow. I think it's a great value for a 1 in 4 chance at Narissa. Weigh it for yourself. If you want to write your heroes in the comment section below, I'm happy to give my thoughts. But that's basically where we leave things, guys. It's a spicy banner. If you want to participate in the Pulse Party, definitely consider doing so. Let me pull up that information again. The link will be in the description and the top pin comment, and it is on my Discord, the Fast and Fastidious. I just got a message from Mystical. Shout out to my partner in the recent Taya tournament. We had a lot of fun. Congratulations to Banana Luck and Destined for their win, and great job by War Guides hosting. Appreciate you guys for watching. This is going to be a great banner. I really would love to hear your thoughts. The final thing I want to leave you with is they're selling this $100 pack for the Unpolished Soulstone and then a handful of summons. There are a lot of hot takes about this. I actually already know exactly what I think, but before I make this video tomorrow, I'd like to hear from you guys in the comments. Do you like this? Do you not like this? Do you think it's the right price, the wrong price? Do you think this is the right way to do it, the wrong way? Let me know. I've been Fastidious. Share it with your mother, and I'll see you real soon. Bye bye.
Fastidious.